What is up, everybody? This is Gaming with Class, and I am starting off my week of E3. I'm going to be talking about the Bethesda conference. It just ended like 10 minutes ago. Let's get through this. All right. As a whole, Bethesda's conference was really good. It started off a bit kind of in the okay side, but it finished off extremely strong. Well, man, I'm gonna get to that. So first, it started off with the first gameplay reveal of Doom, and this is one I kind of want to see more of. They did get a second gameplay of the single player showing how the game will run, and in that one, it actually did seem that it went back to kind of an older roots where it's more fast because the original Doom is a fast first person shooter. You're not really slow walking like some first person shooters on the market. It was more of just here you got speed, zoom, and all of that, and finding secrets, and it was just fast. And the thing that like when I first saw it was that was the first thing that came up to me is that it was a bit on the slower side, but the second single player segment that they showed actually did change it up a bit. It looks like there is going to be some sections where you go fast. Overall, it looks pretty promising. I'm gonna have to check it out. The one thing I did really like was the oh god, what is the name? I can't believe I forgot it. But the thing with Doom where you can create your own maps, kind of like a Forge mode, I really liked that. Like that looks pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool to see in the right hands what some people can come up with some stuff on that. And Doom seems pretty good. Graphically, it looked pretty nice. If you're definitely looking for the violence and brutality, Doom is the best game to go to. So, moving on from Doom, we have our next game, which I actually have to look up. As you can see, I'm obviously very, very prepared for this. But it was, before I get to the title, it was kind of like a mix of Team Fortress 2 with melee weapons. Like it was a pretty wacky game. And that one kind of seemed okay. The only thing I have with that game is that it still looks like it's in very, very early development because a lot of the movement seems kind of clunky and the gameplay seemed like the combat itself seemed kind of like stiff. But maybe it's just that it's in beta still. Like I think they're taking signups for the beta, so who knows? They might change at launch. So then they went on after that game to announce Dishonored 2. Now, I've never played Dishonored 1. I've heard pretty good things about it, and I want to eventually check it out. But from that trailer was actually really, really good. I liked it a lot. So that's going to be a game on my radar, but I first have to play Dishonored 1. But don't worry about it because it's going to be getting a remake for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The Dishonored Definitive Edition coming out this fall. Oh boy, I just love those HD collections, or remasters, sorry, the definitive version. Now I'll probably pick up that one because it would make no sense for me to go get the PS3 if this version's going to have all the DLC and everything and probably run better. So I'm gonna go with that version, definitive one. But I'm probably gonna wait when it gets cheap because it looks like Dishonored 2 is quite a ways away because it was only a CG trailer. So it'll be something on the end. They also announced an Elder Scrolls card game, and I don't really have much to say for that. I don't really play a lot of the card games like Hearthstone and that. So if you're a fan of card games, then you should check it out. It's pretty cool. Looks all right. And here was when E3 like started. Even though it started for me this morning with that Nintendo Smash event and then the World Championship, but this Fallout 4 gameplay, like this 30-minute gameplay they showed, this is definitely right now I'm going to call it it's my top moment of E3 this year. This is at this point right now Fallout 4 is my pick of game of E3. This game was ridiculous. Like this graphically, the game is a much better improvement over Fallout 3 and New Vegas. But just the gameplay, the UI, everything just looks so much cleaner. And all the stuff they're incorporating into the game is just crazy. Like there's a management mode where you can scrap parts from the wasteland and build your own fortresses where traders can come and pretty much start your own settlement. And like, it's huge crafting system. Like everything has just been refined. Like this is what they wanted Fallout to be, like Fallout 3 from the beginning. But I was just blown away. My eyes were locked on the screen every second of that. It's nuts. And at first I was kind of like when I heard the protagonist talk, but I think over time we're gonna get used to it. I already know I'm making Black Steve, my character from since Fallout 1. I'm bringing him back for Fallout 4. Black Steve is making a return. My character, a master at bare hands, guns, intelligence. Pretty much imagine like a black exploitation character. That's Black Steve, and he's coming back. Ooh, he's coming back, and just it's it's easy. That game was amazing. So I don't get many collector's editions. I get very few, but this Fallout one, I can't wait for the pre-order to go up. I'm buying it day one. I'm going to pre-order it in the store. I want my very own Pip-Boy so I can put it in there and it has the second screen where you can, like, I got. I'm more like, oh, that second screen's cool, but I'm more like, I want to get a Pip-Boy on the go, and then that screen, like, oh, it's gonna be nuts. And in the middle of this, they also announced a iOS Fallout game called Fallout Shelter, which actually released tonight. After this video, I'm going to go download it and play it because it's pretty much like it's a strategy like Sims type game where you are the overseer for your own vault and you handle everything. Like it's looks pretty cool. But the moment for that really got me was that they said, "Oh yeah, it's free to play, no microtransactions." I stood up, I applauded. I was like, finally, developers that aren't doing such shady practices because the mobile market has a lot of problems, and that's probably one of its biggest ones with microtransactions. And the biggest bombshell that Fallout 4 is coming out on November 10th, 2015. I I was yelling, I was doing my I was just going off. I was excited. Like I kind of figured like man, with the way they just had not shown it at all, I was calling it kind of like they might release it this year. So this year is gonna be nuts. Like Phantom Pain, I'm probably still gonna be playing that. Like Phantom Pain's a long game. And you got Fallout 4 coming. Like, do you realize how much of my life I lost playing Fallout 4? I don't regret it, but I lost so much time playing Fallout 4. I lost nights of sleep. I played that game front to back multiple times. So seeing it coming out this year, it's I can't complain about having no games to play because I might be playing Fallout 4 for a long, long time. So as a whole, the Bethesda conference, I guess for my grading scale this week, I'm going to go out of a 10. I would give the Bethesda conference an 8. It started off pretty slow, but the finishing, the finisher, and throughout the entire conference was just outstanding. I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun to watch. So that's going to be it for my Bethesda conference review, kind of reaction afterwards. Probably get better after once it. Tomorrow is going to be the big day. So tomorrow I'm going to have Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Sony. That's when it's going to get real, real good. So this is John or Game with Class. See you tomorrow. Nicely done, Bethesda.